Thank you, Mr. Chairman. And I guess if I could just get maybe a yes or no answer, and we can just go down the line, maybe starting with Kathleen. Given what we are seeing right now going on in the Middle East and recognizing that a lot of the world's energy flows through the Strait of Hormuz, Suez Canal, do you think that it is an appropriate time for the United States of America to be able to put Americans back to work to develop American energy resources responsibly, and to do it in an all-of-the-above fashion, not only with the traditional resources that you represent, but also with wind, with solar, with biomass, with hydropower, with geothermal energy, and to recognize that in the western United States, where an abundance of our land is owned by the federal government, for this part of the country to help play a role to be able to achieve that sort of certainty for struggling young families that are trying to be able to pay their bills, senior citizens that are on fixed incomes when we're seeing gas prices rise. Is this a responsible idea for the United States of America at this time?
Absolutely, and Western oil and gas producers are ready to be part of that solution.
An emphatic yes, Mr. Chairman.
Yes. Congressman,
it's pretty simple. Is yes,
yes.
Is it a good idea? Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. It is the time. That is what 4381 states, verbatim, in terms of addressing the challenge that this nation faces. We're in a weakened position now as a country, relying on others for our energy resources. I just listed off verbatim from the bill what every member of this panel just answered yes to. Now, I would like to be able to address, because Mr. Powell, you and I are in agreement, and I believe agreement with the ranking member as well. When it comes to, we did not want the BLM to not to be able to have multiple use, because that is their charge on these federal lands. Can you cite for me in the bill where it says the BLM would be restricted?
I can cite for you where it outlines processes that restrict them, or I can send you that information out.
You know, I'd love to be able to see that. I just read through it again. It's not there.
I'll take a look at it. And
take a look at it. It's not there. This is providing that alternative and that input. And we just heard the testimony, and you just spoke to the importance of making sure that we have actually tribal input, because in the 3rd District of Colorado we have federal, state, and tribal lands, 70% on average of the western slope of Colorado, 50% total in my district that are there to be able to have that. So that's an important thing. Again, just for edification, that is cited as a requirement in the bill, not to mention state and local impact in there. And if we can go just one more, you can just say yes or no. I think it's pretty straightforward. If we were to put forward an all-of-the-above strategy to be able to develop American energy certainty in this country, to be able to stand up for the American people for a change, and we aren't removing any environmental requirements, because we all want to make sure that it's done right. We all want to make sure that we have clean water, clean air, and we also want to make sure that we've got affordable energy for American citizens in this country, and we aren't removing any environmental requirements at all. Is that a responsible way to be able to move forward, Kathleen?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes.
I give you our bill, 4381. No requirements for environmental issues are lifted. It is for responsible, all-of-the-above legislation. And I'd just kind of like to conclude, just because I'm kind of curious when we're talking a little bit on the mining end, and I hope I'm not getting on a question that Mr. Amodei will probably ask, but are rare earths important for the development of technology and for the security of this country? Kathleen, yes? No?
Yes.
Yes.
Rare earths, along with many others, Congressman.
Yes.
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 I would just like to clarify that the vast majority of wind turbines installed in the USA today do not have rare earth minerals. There's a certain kind of wind turbine, a direct drive turbine, that does require those, but that's not in widespread use yet in the U.S.
Yeah.
So while AWEA does support enhanced domestic capacity, it's not been an issue to date.
Right. And just might be worthy of note that we have a chart here that shows that 100%, when we're talking about mining in the United States, 100% of the rare earths are imported into this country. With that, I yield back, Mr. Chairman. Thank you.